welcome to Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini.
What's happening, everybody? Good evening.
Hello, TikTok.
What's up, TikTok?
If anybody's on TikTok, that's a federal employee. You're able to watch us every Wednesday live.
Until the government shuts us down. Yeah. TikTok, not us. TikTok. Yeah. They're trying to shut down TikTok. What the heck?
All right, so tonight, what we're gonna do is, we need you to share. And I know I have to tell you who the November winner is. We've just been super busy. So tomorrow I will go ahead and take a look at that and get that all taken care of. So tonight what we're going to go over is how to get on eCom. A lot of you don't know how to find a DOL location or even our site. 95% of my phone calls is my claim is denied and I need another doctor.
So we're going to fix that tonight. We're going to show you how to find a doctor.
All right. So don't forget, you can follow us on 4 Facebook pages. You can find us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. So you have all these medias to go find it. And I know where were we the other day? And they said, we don't have social media. And Chris is like, you can go on YouTube.
Yep. Everybody's got YouTube. It's accessible to everyone with no account.
Yeah. So we finished last week. I'll have Chris talk about that with the fall booster with APWU.
That was super cool.
Yeah, we had the state president there, the national president was there. So it was
not my class, but he was
right. Yeah, they were just there. And you guys saw Victor planned a little birthday for me, so it was really sweet.
Thank you, Victor.
Yeah. So I will let Chris talk about what we did last week, and just to let you guys know, we are done. After last week, tomorrow. We have one more thing tomorrow. We are done traveling, and we're just traveling. And just
tomorrow's not traveling.
Yeah,
we're probably gonna go
eat
lunch or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat lunch anyways.
But after that, we are all the way done with traveling and training. So those of you that are on here, don't forget for next year. You can email me and make sure that you guys are on our calendar for next year.
Yeah.
So with that said, go ahead.
I want to say some stuff now.
Say it.
I'm going to start by, and if you are a member of APWU, I'm going to give you a big thank you. If you are a clerk or in the clerk craft and you're not a member, I recommend that you join right away because it's going to be helpful to your life. It'll certainly help you during your employment with the Postal Service. But USPS, APW invited us out. They invite us out all over the place, which is so fantastic to teach a class. This time I did a 2-hour class because we started about an hour late. Otherwise, it would have been 3. And I was able to train presidents and stewards from all over the state of Florida. And it was really nice because my room was full. Every chair was taken. There wasn't an empty seat in the house, so to speak. And we were able to teach stewards and presidents what to do for you when you get hurt, because one of your biggest issues is fear of retaliation. So I taught your APW union reps what to do about that, and they were really enthusiastic. I was so excited to see how fired up they were.
Yeah.
At the end of the class, they were coming up to me, shaking my hand, saying thank you. But truthfully, the thank you was for me to them because just being there and being willing to get roll up their sleeves and get in the game, and so. It was really exciting. So I'm super grateful. We're both grateful to APW because you all have extended a level of trust to us that is helpful to your members. So while I'm saying this very sincere, serious thing, she's going to show you the balls in her shirt.
No, I just read Sharon says, hi, nice shirt, by the way.
Balls in her shirt. So there's like a line here. On this side of the line is like serious. Let's talk about stuff. On that side of the line, she doesn't even know I'm talking.
Yeah, but it says.
Does anybody watch Yellowstone? It's
put your balls all over me.
It's like Rip and Beth, and believe me, in this relationship, I'm the Rip.
That's so true.
Because he said, I just don't have the energy for this today. Yeah.
He never has the energy for me.
But anyways, back to the topic. I am, and don't distract on because this is very serious. I'm dead serious. I am so grateful to APW. I think your union has really risen to the top. You guys are so fantastic. You trust us. You've realized that we're not out to hurt anybody. Nobody's getting hurt by coming to our offices. There's some other groups that, are less trusting. And that's too bad. But thank God for APWU, because I feel like if I can get the clerks on board, everybody else will end up getting the help too. Because from the clerks that I've met, they're not letting anything happen to any of the other crafts like the city carriers, rural carriers, and mail handlers. So thank you to APW for trusting in us and letting us come continually teaching. We've taught in Jacksonville and Tampa and Tucson,
Utah.
Oh yeah, in Utah, that was a lot of fun. Utah. Hey,
I mean, and here's the thing: they have an OWCP person, very nice guy. Well, DeLeo. Shout out to DeLeo. He's a great OWCP guy. He's new, and he understands.
Yeah, but he's only new in position. Right. The guy's got it figured out.
Yeah, and he understands. We're just there to teach you about all the forms and how to exactly what a CA-10 tells you to do.
And he's been super cool. A lot of people in his position could be, territorial, I guess, but this guy's got it figured out. He's a smart dude. He's not territorial. He's not worried. Look, he knows I don't want his job.
Yeah.
And so it's really nice to be able to have this partnership with APW. It doesn't mean that they've endorsed us because we haven't asked for the endorsement. Yeah. And I don't want the endorsement. That's not what we're here for. We're here to teach. So,
but here's something. In each craft, nationwide, there's maybe we know NALC has MBAs and there's 9 or something or 13 of you.
9 incredibly great MBAs. Yeah, thank God.
And we know all crafts has an OWCP person. We're not here to take their job.
No, we're thankful for them.
Their job.
No. We want you to keep that job.
Right.
Your union needs you.
We're just here for assistance and let everybody know, because the number one question we get asked is, I got injured and I can't find an office to go to. That's what we're really there for. But we don't go and sell Federal Injury Centers franchises. We don't say this is where you go. They wind up asking us, well, do you guys have any place for us to go? And then we tell them.
Yeah.
But it's a really good training. It's just 3 hours.
It's just 3 hours and it only feels like 6.
But
no, it doesn't. It's actually fun. We have a good time.
They learn so much, and we understand that the OWCP person, it's a lot for them to travel nationwide with all these different crafts. So we're just here to
I couldn't imagine being that person and having to do that job with so many of you. I get to just do my teaching, drop the mic, and walk away. But man, that he's in the background saying, okay, now what? So we appreciate him too, and all the OWCP reps and all the unions.
Yeah.
But I said all that to say, to the rest of the unions out there, we're here and we're ready. We're waiting on you anytime. Just say when. No hard feelings. Those of you that in the past haven't wanted us, that's fine. No hard feelings. Waiting on you. Like the movie Tombstone. Say when. So say when. I'm your Huckleberry. So I am. I'm their Huckleberry. I am ready at any time. So we really appreciate it. And I also want to give a shout out to AFGE because they've been great too.
Oh, yeah. We were so lucky to meet with the NEC. Just a great group of national vice presidents.
No, they're wonderful. And so, AFGE has also been very similar. They've given us the freedom to go teach at their locals and haven't blocked us from going places because they understand the value of education. It's just knowledge, which is power if you use it right. So thank you so much to AFG, to APW, especially. Thank you so much for bringing me all these places.
And the mail handlers.
Oh, well, the mail handlers, of course, because you know what? Their locals are always bringing us in. Nick, Nick, we love you. And
we do.
We really do.
We miss you too.
And to all the locals that are rural carriers, listen, we're with you 100%. We know that you have a unique situation with your union, and that's the way it goes. Things change over time, or they don't, but we're here for you. And for NALC, I know you're probably not my biggest fan, but I'm your biggest fan. No matter what, I am your fan. And although I don't think we understand each other, I understand what you do. And I think what you do is so incredibly important. So one of these days, I think we'll get on the same page and everything's going to be okay. But, thank God for the MBAs that are willing to roll their sleeves up and get their hands dirty for OWCP.
Yeah.
Although we don't understand each other, I get what you're doing and I appreciate it. So to all the federal unions out there, thank you so much. And to all of you that have been watching us for all these years since 2016, we really appreciate you being here and spreading the word. We've been able to help a lot of people. Many of you heard last week that we have, I'm sure this number has changed now because it's been a week, but 1,107 accepted claims this year in the first 11 months. So now in the first 2 weeks of this month, I am sure we've had more, probably 50 more approved. But I don't have that for sure, so I can't tell you for sure. But 1,107 accepted claims, by one company in 11 months. Just imagine what we could do if all the unions were with us. I mean, look, we are happy to do whatever you need. Just say the word, or as I said, say when.
Oh my gosh!
What's up, Victor?
If you guys hear someone snoring, no joke, it's Gizmo.
Can somebody wake him up?
We're not going to wake him up because then he's going to start digging the china like he
Normally
does
we
every
kick
week.
him out, but then he wants to dig on the door over here to get in. So we let him in. He digs on the carpet. So actually him snoring is better than digging.
He heard.
Oh, he's like, digging? Anybody want digging?
My poor baby's losing his hearing. All right, we have some of our doctors hopping on. We have my earrings. You like my earrings, Dr. Harper? We have Dr. Harper from Birmingham. We have Dr. Dorfman from Melbourne and Titusville. We have Federal Injury Centers of Roscoe, Illinois. I saw Dr. Clar on there from
hang on. Let me just say a couple of words here. So Dr. Harper, most of you know who he is already. Why wouldn't you? He's a legend.
Yes.
He is. So in his career, he's gotten probably 550 plus, almost 600 claims approved all by himself.
Yep.
So everyone should be giving a lot of love to Dr. Harper. Nobody has positively affected OWCP better than he has.
So far, yeah.
So Dr. Harper, you get this from me.
Yes, we do.
We love you. Thank you so much for your commitment, dedication to getting cases accepted. Dr. Dorfman's on here. Okay, so Dr. Dorfman is a special case for me. If I were wearing a sparkly shirt, he'd be a lot happier now because he'd give me a hard time. But we love Dr. Dorfman. He's a very good friend of ours. He's much newer, so he doesn't have 500 claims yet, but he's all in the Melbourne area, Melbourne, Florida.
Titusville.
Dude's all in. Like, he just wants his entire practice to be federal comp.
Yeah.
He wants to only help you and do nothing else. So give some love to Dr. Dorfman. We really love him very much. And I heard you say Dr. Clark's on. He's new. He's one of our newer doctors. He's our newest in Virginia Beach area, right? Virginia?
Yes, Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Or in the Norfolk area.
Yeah.
Because there's no O and L in that word. So the Norfolk area. And so, yeah, he's up there and he's a killer. You look in his eyes and you're like, whoa, get out of this guy's way. He's serious. So we have a lot of doctors that are on here that, as I always say, they're here just to hear what you have to say. And when they come on, I like to tell you that they're here and who they are and where they are. But in a minute, I'm going to show you how to find these guys and ladies, because not all the doctors are guys, of course. So we're going to show you how to find everybody in a minute. I'm going to share this screen because Gini showed me how I can actually share and show you some stuff. So we're going to do that in a minute too. But hey, to the doctors at Federal Injury Centers, thanks a lot for coming on and saying hello.
Yeah. And let me clear this again, and I'm going to keep saying it so you guys understand, because I'm getting a lot of voicemails.
Or until you tune out and stop watching us.
Message and messenger from Facebook and whatnot. If your claim is denied, you do not need an attorney.
No.
I repeat, you do not need an attorney if your claim is closed or denied.
We can fix that for you.
And I'll have Chris explain.
Yeah, so the deal is, and the federal lawyers, we love them all. We know them all. And but they are not free. They can't be free. The system doesn't allow them to be free. And so they have to charge you. We don't. The system doesn't dictate whether or not I work for free or work off OWCP payments. So they don't care.
Yeah, even if you call Eric and Eric refers you to somebody, or if I tell you this is where you're going to go, or like give you an attorney's number, it's coming from Eric. And we cannot control any of these attorneys' fees. That's not our thing to do. So a lot of you tell us, I do need an attorney, but I don't have the money. Unfortunately, there's nothing that we could do.
Yeah, so what we want to do is help you avoid lawyers' fees when all possible. There are times where you must have them. That's what, like a third-party claim, you get hurt on the job when you're driving. You need a lawyer for that, but you don't need a lawyer for a lot of things, and so we can help you with that. So don't tell everybody to lawyer up. That's not always the right thing to do.
Yes.
All right, so what do we want to do here?
Let's go in quickly, because a lot of you are still asking, how do you file your CA1s and CA2s online through eCom? So why don't we just do that and get that out of the way? Okay,
so in order to show you, now, those of you on TikTok, I'm really sorry. You're not going to see this.
Actually, I'll turn the screen. Yeah.
Hold on a minute. Don't turn the screen. Just leave it. If you go to Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or LinkedIn, you'll see all this. You can always go back and watch the video. So you're going to have to watch me narrate what's going to happen, because unfortunately TikTok and Breaking OWCP, or excuse me, Wednesday Night Chats are not connected yet. So just hang in there with us. But for the vast majority of you that are watching here, I'm going to share the screen and show you. Oh, this is going to be so cool. I've never done this before, so if it totally fails, it's Jeannie's fault. Okay. All right, so I'm wondering, can everybody see that? What do you see here?
Not yet. It's still going.
I'm just hanging on.
There it goes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Wait, almost.
Good.
Okay, good. You can see it. Fantastic. All right, so what we're looking at here is the presentation that I gave to APWU and that I've given over the last several APW events that we did. So I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it, but I want to show you how to get on eComp. Whoa, hello. Hey, that's me, and that's her. What's up? Let's forget fear, forget these laws. Oh, yeah. Wait. That was cool. Yeah, file a grievance, everybody. File a damn grievance. Okay. That's a CA10. Get that? All right, here we go. So if you want to go on eComp, and if you have to report an injury, a CA1 or 2, this is what you got to do. So check this out. You come over here, you go to ecomp.dol.gov, ecomp.dol.gov, and all you have to do is go, I want to register. See that register button? Just register. Now, I wonder what happens when you hit the register button. Well, here's what happens. So from here, they ask some really, really confusing questions. They say, what's your name? I know it's confusing. What's your phone number? What's your email address? And when were you born? Now, I imagine most of you know your name, your phone number, your email address, and you know your birthday because you get birthday presents. Where do you live? You just put that stuff right here. Be sure you put United States of America. It's automatic. Your social. Now, many of you is like, I don't want to put my social. Well, you don't want eComp then. So put your social. And then confirm it means put it again. Okay. I do not have a social security number. I'm not a U.S. citizen. I don't know what happens if you click that. Just hopefully you have one. I don't know what happens if you click that. It looks like they're going to let you go anyways. And then create a password. Now, this is it. The thing is, once you do this, you're in. There's not a third screen. You just do this and click create an account. So I'm going to quit sharing now so we can talk again. And you go away. Hello. Hey, so I'm back. So I wanted to show you how easy it is to get an eComp account. ecomp.dol.gov, register, and then go to the next page and put stuff you know about. Name, phone number, email, birthday, mailing address, whatever, all that stuff, okay? Social. What?
I see Jimbo Bray. You
said
you drive a tractor trailer for a USPS was hit by a wrong way driver.
He needs to talk to Eric.
Yeah, go ahead and message me after the live, and I'm going to get you right over to Eric and let me know in the message as well, in the messenger, where you live, so we can help you there too.
Yeah, Jimbo, you need a federal lawyer because the DOL is going to require you to pursue the third party, which means you have to sue the insurance company of the person that hit you. But you need a federal lawyer, not a PI lawyer in your state. You need a federal lawyer, and we can hook you up.
Yeah, so just message us right after this.
This is one of the rare times you actually need a lawyer. You got to have it, okay?
Oh,
so
look at Tito Torres. Hello, I met you at APW State Convention in Tampa.
What's up, Tito?
Hey, Tito.
Yeah, thanks for being there. We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
So Tito was there. We were when I was there teaching, and Gini was there. So I just showed you how to do eComp, and that's important because people are saying, I don't know how to report my injury. How do I file an injury claim like that? So once you have your eComp account, there's a button for CA1, a button for CA2, and you just click it and you fill it out. And it sends an email to your supervisor, and they fill out their part, and then they submit it to Department of Labor. And they have 10 days to submit that. And if it takes them 11 days, file a damn grievance. I mean, seriously, just file a grievance. Don't let them get away with not letting you report your injury. OSHA, 1-800-321-OSHA, on their website says the 6th employee right out of 9 is the right to report a work injury. So if they don't let you do it, or if they don't turn their stuff in on time, call 1-800-321-OSHA and simply ask, is this a violation? I bet it is, since they said it is, right? So you have a right to do this. eComp does that. The other thing eComp does is it has all your paperwork. So on the CA1, when your supervisor on the second page says a lot of bad stuff about you, they don't want you to see, no problem. It's there. You can print it out. You get to see it. Take that to your doctor. And if you take it to one of my doctors, they're going to write paragraphs discussing the negative stuff your supervisor said. And 100% of the time, we overturn that stuff and we make sure those claims get accepted. So get your forms and bring them in. But that's ecomp. It's simple. I'd like to spend more time on it, but I don't want to waste yours. It's easy. You just go to ecomp.dol.gov and register. Now your entire case file is there. Everything anybody says about you is there. Mm-hmm. Everything. People say, well, I don't know if my claims denied or accepted. Well, go to ecomp. Check your case file. There's a letter from your claim examiner there. If there's not, find out what's up.
Oh, and another thing on that, a lot of you keep forgetting. Just because you get a letter from DOL with your claim number, that's not your case being accepted. Because I was trying to explain this to somebody yesterday. She's like, I got my claim accepted. And I said, who did you see? She said, I never saw anybody.
Yeah.
And so I had to explain that claim number is not your acceptance. You will get a letter from DOL stating you have been accepted or denied.
So a claim number is like having a file cabinet with a folder with your name on it.
Mm-hmm.
The claim number is your name in the folder. That's it. It's all it is. It doesn't mean your claim's accepted. It just means they have it. Mm-hmm. Nothing more. Now your doctor's got to write a great narrative to get your claim accepted. So that case number is now an accepted case.
Yeah.
So any questions on anything yet before I move on?
Yeah, let's get some of these questions out of the way. So, okay, I'm up.
Okay, everybody forgive me. Giz is now digging to get out, so I'm going to let him out.
I wonder if he's got to go potty. Latrice Childs, good evening. Hey, y'all. How are you?
What up, Latrice?
Victor says, thanks to Chris and Gini for your training last week. Our APW conference in Tampa. Happy birthday, Gini. Thank you so much, Victor. And
that was a great conference.
The group that came in and gave me a little ice cream cake. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for that.
It's always fun to be around APW. It's
everyone is so friendly and happy to be there and happy to have us. We love APW events.
Oh, I do want to say we had books. We were giving books out. And the guy came up to ask if he could buy a book. And I said they were for free. And he goes, I know these two. They're on Facebook. And I'm like, well, and I'm thinking, do I look that horrible in person? Because he didn't realize it was me.
There's a TikTok guy. That would go, yes. But no, I'm not doing that. Yeah, but yeah. And so when we go to these events, I like to bring free books. And so I brought a whole box of books and just gave them all away.
63 books we gave away?
67.
Oh, sorry. I was 4 off.
Well, because I really appreciate getting invited. I give you the books. Look, I pay for my own way. I give you the free books. I do the class. I charge nothing. I give you the PowerPoint when I'm done. You can have everything. It's all yours. It's all for you anyways.
We're going to show you guys how to find locations in just a few minutes.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Tim, hello from Federal Energy Centers of DC, Maryland.
Happy birthday to Tim Vandeman. Everybody give a bunch of hearts to Tim Vandeman from Alexandria, Virginia, Silver Springs, Temple Hills, Laurel, and Baltimore. Dude is spreading OWCP across the Maryland, Virginia, DC area. We're really, really proud to have Tim. He's aggressive.
Yeah.
He is up there getting locations because it's like I heard there's a couple of federal employees in the DC area, so he's up there helping out those 2 or 3 people that are federal employees in DC. Thank you, Tim. Happy birthday. Laurel
Gregory said, I have gotten denied for the 3rd time with a torn rotator outfit. Torn rotator cuff. I'm so frustrated. I have seen an OWCP doctor. Don't know what to do anymore.
I'm not okay. So
she got her 3rd denial.
Definitely look. Don't give up. There are a lot of denials. These things happen. We fix them. We have fixed denials that were 8 years old. Okay, so just hang in there. If you're able to get to one of our offices, I recommend it. But don't give up. Please just. I don't want to go into the horror stories. Just don't give up. Keep fighting for yourself. I want to say hello, Dr. Heaton's office to Dr. Heaton, Drew Heaton, the whole staff in Tucson, Arizona. Aloha from Tucson, Arizona. So Dr. Heaton, first of all, his wife Drew is from Hawaii.
She's beautiful. Oh,
you
could say it.
Sorry. Yes. And Dr. Heaton went to BYU in Hawaii, so the Aloha thing works for them. But they're in Tucson, Arizona, and Dr. Heaton is another one that's probably and I haven't asked and we haven't counted.
No, it's true.
But he probably has over 500 accepted claims himself as well. He's one of the original guys that I trained before the franchise.
Years, yeah.
And Dr. Heaton's been doing this for a long time. I mean, he is a veteran in every sense of the word. So thanks for being here, Dr. Heaton. Drew Heaton, thanks for being here from Tucson. if you're in the Tucson, Arizona area, Border Patrol, anybody in APW, NALC, any of the crafts in the post office, you're probably getting jacked around and jerked around by your supervisors. We can help.
Yeah. Bonnie Long said, what's the use of COP if it's 6 weeks since your injury and I haven't seen anything yet?
Well, there's more to that story that would have to be unpacked, and I'd be happy to help you. But the use of COP is so that if you report your CA1 injury within 30 days, you get up to 45 days of time off. So the use of COP for everyone else, because this is a training side, is that COP gives you 45 days of time off. If something went wrong, you didn't get it, we may be able to help you with that, and we'd be more than happy to try.
Yeah.
And Drew, we love you too. I know that's Drew. Typing on here. Drew, we love you too. There's no way Dr. Heaton's telling me we love you. But if he does, I love you too, Dr.
Let's see. We have. Okay, yeah. Somebody's asking the closest to Chattanooga. We have a Memphis, Tennessee.
Let's deal with this.
We're going to go ahead and show you right now.
Yeah, we're going to deal with this right now.
So this is how you find a Federal Injury Center's location or another doctor in your area.
Yeah, so check this out.
We're doing the screen share, so give us a minute.
Now, this is our first time doing the screen share, so you all see my screen now, which is weird. Let's go over here. All right, so check this out. So now you're at federalinjurycenters.com. Federal Injury Centers with an S.com. Check the URL there. Federalinjurycenters.com. Now, what happens is, people call the 877 number. And when they call, 90% of the calls are, where's an office? So I did this thing, and right here where this red box is, it used to have the 877 number. But now look what it has. Find a location closest to you. You can also click the locations tab, and I always said that. But now I'm saying just click this. So check it out. So find a location closest to you. What happens? So first of all, you get the map. So all those red pins are where all of our offices are. Now, we live in Florida, so it's no surprise that we get a lot of stuff going on in Florida. But look over here. We have stuff all over here except for there. That's sad. We're working on it. That's sad. We're working on it. Down here is sad. And there for sure. Right there is definitely sad. We're trying to fix this, okay? When we started, before the franchise opened, there were like 7 pins on here. And they were all over, and they were hard to get to. So we've really come a long way. But a lot of you are still really, really frustrated, understandably, because there's not enough Federal Injury Centers offices. And we are working on it. I assure you, this is what we do. So I'm going to scroll down. You'll see that the states are located or listed alphabetically.
Yeah, so we have Alabama, there's 4 offices. Arizona, there's 2 offices.
Yeah, you see Tucson there. We were just talking to them.
Yep. California, 3 offices. Florida, we got, what do we got? 9.
That's 12 offices.
12 offices.
So there used to be more, but sadly we had to remove some. And look, we remove them for different reasons, but the bottom line is you're number one to us. And if the offices don't treat you the way I expect, they can't stay. So here we are. We expect to add offices in Florida.
Yeah, Georgia, we have 1. That's with Dr. Cooper. Illinois,
but Dr. Cooper's going to add some offices, so there's going to be more there. Illinois.
We have 3. Indiana, we have 1. Louisiana, we have 1. Maryland, we have 3.
Right, so Maryland, Tim, happy birthday, Tim. These are Tim's, these are Tim's offices that he's in charge of. So we've got stuff happening over there in Massachusetts. We've got some stuff in the Boston area. I'm gonna stop here because in Boston we really struggle. Some of the unions aren't our biggest fans. I'm not sure why. If you're in that area, tell your union to cut it out, okay? Because we're just trying to help.
Mississippi, they came on this year.
Yeah, we love Mississippi. Manhattan, we love Manhattan. Dr. Shockey, Dr. Bart have really, really turned things around in New York. We're trying, and they got a plan to expand throughout all 5 boroughs. So just know that's coming in the next year.
Yeah, we got 1 in Charlotte. That's Dr. Cox.
They are crushing it, and they're on Dr. Harper's heels. Dr. Harper knows it. He's fighting hard, but they're on his heels.
We have 1 in Ohio.
We actually have more in Ohio, but we're working on them so we can put them back in.
Oklahoma, we have 1.
Yeah, Oklahoma City, right there outside of Philly, Greenville, Memphis. Now, Dr. Wooten in Memphis.
He's awesome.
He's done such a good job. Dr. Wooten has really come on. He's He's had to increase space because he's
Yeah.
helping so many of you. He's added more staff, and he's getting claims accepted at a very high rate, almost at a record pace. So if you're in Memphis, Tennessee, you got to go see Dr. Wooten's office. Texas, where I'm originally from, we've got offices in 4 places in Texas. We may add locations in Texas because, as you all know, if you're there, that's a big state. Utah is in the Salt Lake City area. Dr. Woods in Cottonwood Heights. We love Utah so much. She went to UU, so we like it. Virginia, Alexandria is also one of Tim's offices. And then we got these other offices. And then we've got Washington, Bremerton, Washington, outside of Seattle. So we're spanning from East Coast to West Coast. And as you can see from here, we're trying to fill that map up. But what I want you to know is when you come to our website and you see this final location that's closest to you, a lot of you are calling us with the hopes that some other location will be there. I assure you, if it's not on the map, it's not ready. Even if we have a contract with them, if they're not trained, we're not going to let you go to them, because you can go anywhere to find an untrained office. Any office can screw your case over. The last place I want you to go to get a screwed over case is Federal Injury Center. So we don't list anybody till they're fully trained.
Yeah.
Right. So that is how you find an office. So when you come to my website, federalinjurycenters.com, look, I accidentally clicked on South Bend. Go Irish.
Oh my goodness.
Go Irish next year.
No, don't stop sharing. I was
Too late.
Okay.
All right, stop sharing. Let's go back over here.
Okay.
All right.
We're back.
Hey, so that was fun. We've never actually done the screen share on this, but she figured it out. So look, if you're looking for an office, you can do 2 things. And I emailed this to somebody the other day. Number 1, you can Google workers, OWCP work injury doctor in my area. You can do that.
Meaning your city and state.
Right,
He
city and
says
state.
in my area.
So like if you're in South Bend, OWCP injury doctor, South Bend, Indiana, right? And then you're going to find an office that wants to help you. If you're not able to find an office, that means there's not one. The other thing you can do is just go to Federal Injury Centers and look down and scroll like I just showed you. We are adding offices constantly. Now, sometimes we subtract offices, but I subtract offices because I love you. And I don't keep people there just so I can make money. I keep only people there that are good for you, period. So if I remove an office, just understand I'm only doing that for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do that for me. I do it for you.
Okay.
I don't leave anybody on there that's not perfect for you.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get through, because now we're just gonna do Q&A.
Yeah. So
we-
ask me your questions. Let's
We
go.
showed you how to do econ. It's super easy, and we showed you how to find locations. And if it's not one of our locations, Chris just said how to find that location.
But hold on, I have a question. I've been meaning to ask this. So speaking of those locations, I would like to know if you are somebody that has ever come to one of our sites and were confused. For example, there's an office where I live. We live in Florida in the Tampa area. And there's an office that people have called us and said, well, I thought that was you. I'm curious if that was you, because we're trying to fix that so people are more clear about who we are. As much, and I just showed you the website, I think it's pretty great. But if I'm doing something that could be better, or I'm doing something wrong, I need to know. If you're somebody that's ever been confused about if we're somebody else or somebody else is us, would you just tell me and let me know who the office is, because I'm trying to fix that.
And you could just message us if you don't want to put it out here.
No. In fact, don't put it out here. Just
Yeah.
put it on Facebook Messenger. Just message us here at Wednesday Night Chats, and let us know. Hey, I was confused. That I thought Dr. So-and-so was with you, because I'm trying to fix that. But the reason why is that we understand that most people have denied claims or claims that aren't accepted. But with our offices, most people have claims that are accepted. And I don't want you to accidentally find the wrong office. It's my responsibility to have you find me. So if you can let me know if you were confused, it will help me help the next person so they're not confused. Our job is to get claims approved. Everybody else, and the numbers show this, because 1 out of 7 injured, or 1 out of 7 federal employees have an accepted claim. 6 out of 7 don't. That's a serious problem. I don't want you going to the wrong place if your intent is to come to us. So just help me help you. If you were confused whether or not someone else was part of Federal Injury Centers, please let me know.
Yeah. So let me go back.
Thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. Let me go back. I guess get these questions. So Julio said, I got a case from 2018 that got closed. I exacerbated that injury again in December 2021 and again in 2022 twice. I have lots of questions. But you're in the Tampa area, Julio, so it's Tito. You just go by who.
Yeah, look, there's no
Just
excuse
give
for
us
you to
a
have these
call.
problems. Not in Tampa, because we've got 3 offices in the Tampa area that can help you.
And so we are going to be getting an actual Tampa location soon, very soon.
We're going to be talking about it tomorrow, actually.
And so if anybody's in the Tampa area and wants to go to Federal Interest Centers, we have Land O'Lakes, that's right off of 275 and the Vet. And then you have Pinellas Park, that's over the Howard Franklin. And then you have coming over on Hillsborough, Tampa Road, Federal Interest Centers of Palm Harbor.
Yeah.
So you have 3 and then you can always transfer and go to Federal Interest Centers of Tampa when we open.
Yeah.
So just remember that for those of you that are in the Tampa area. Jim Vincent said, good evening. I have previous work injury case from previous job in New York. I'm a roll carrier now. If I get hurt on the same knee working USPS, do I file a new case with USPS or stay with the old New York case?
Well, who's Stefan? Oh, she's like, it's funny, it's like a rabbit.
I know, I have a sensitiveness.
Yeah, so read that again because your sniffing threw me off.
Good evening. I have a previous work injury case from a previous job in New York. Well, it says NYS.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm a roll
You're
carrier
safe.
now.
Uh-huh.
If I hurt the same knee working USPS, do I file a new case or stay with the old case?
No. So what I'm understanding that you're saying is that you got hurt doing a job that wasn't a federal job. And now you're working for a federal employer, and your job now has re-injured or exacerbated, accelerated, made it worse. That's a new claim. You just do a CA1 or 2, depending on the worsening happening in one shift or more than one shift. That's how you know. Even if it happened in an old federal job, if what you've done now has exacerbated that could be a recurrence, which is a CA2A. But in that case, you need to go to the doctor and find out, is it a recurrence or is it something new? That's important. If you want more information on that, just give us a private message here. We're happy to help. And I want to say Dr. Snowden's here. Dr. Snowden is in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Where else would Oklahoma City be? I guess in Oklahoma.
Oh my gosh.
It sure as hell wouldn't be in Texas.
No.
Ask anybody from Texas, they'll tell you. But we're really happy to have Dr. Snowden here because he's another guy. You look in his eyes, that guy, he's just got killer written all over him. So if you like a claim accepted and you're in Oklahoma, that's where you go. I'm telling you.
We don't have a Federal Injury Centers of Tampa
Not yet. Not yet.
Give it. We'll let you guys know by next week what's happening. But you can go to Land O'Lakes, Pinellas Park, or Palm Harbor, and you just go on the website that Chris pulled up, federalinjurycenters.com, click locations.
Because those are the Federal Injury Centers of Tampa Bay locations. More coming.
Yeah. And if you are going to a Federal Injury Centers and you want to go to a closer one, all means,
That's
you
fine.
can definitely do that.
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you that you can't.
You can.
Okay?
You can change doctors if you want to. Go to the place that makes sense for you.
Yeah. Annette Marie said, still no pay from labor board, going back on light duty after 4 months and no money.
That sucks. All I can tell you is just stay at it. Look at your denied claims or denied letters and see what they're saying. Maybe your doctors have to write a new narrative. Maybe your union has to do something.
Yeah.
But if you need some help with that, you can send it to us and we're happy to help.
Yeah, Annette said she never got COP.
Well, that sucks. I've been hearing this a lot lately. You know, what's happening is you guys are selecting letter A in box 15 on CA1, which says continuation of pay. And then your supervisors are putting it in as sick and annual leave. And if I could ask for a show of hands, I'd probably get 1,000 hands right now. I know this is happening to you. So you got to get your union. I heard this happen once. The union grieves it and has your pay change from sick or annual to COP.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, because this is a constant question, next week we'll share screen on the COP because there is that area that everybody forgets. And when Chris is doing his training, he goes in detail with that because a lot of you skip it.
I'm going to just skip ahead just for a second because I see it. Annette Marie said the post office lost the CA1 and won't say they did. Annette, I just showed ecomp.dol.gov. You fill out your CA1 online. They can't lose that.
Yeah.
They can lose their email, but you can make sure they get another one. If you filled it out on paper, I'm just telling you, OWCP wants you to do it online now. So go ahead and go back and fill that thing out online. Now, if we're talking about deadlines, like 7 days for a CA16 and 30 days for COP, then have your union grieve this thing and push like hell to make it happen. But ecomp.dol.gov is how you file a CA1 or 2 claim these days.
Yeah. Sasshole, how are you?
I love that name.
I know.
Much.
She said, trying to get my schedule awards, searched the offices last week and easily found one close enough. Good for you.
I'm happy about that. I'm pulling for you. I hope it works out really good for you.
Siobhan Webb said, I just want to tell everyone to never give up. I fought for 4 years, several surgeries denied, and I had to drive over 100 miles to get a second opinion. And I finally got approved for my knee replacement, and all my other knee injuries got accepted. Congratulations. I remember Siobhan is like one of our first viewers on here. So she's been dealing with this.
Yeah, she has. She's been a trooper, and man, she didn't give up. I'm going to tell you what. I have no plans to write another book. But if I do, the subtitle is going to be "Don't Give Up," because I do believe if you will just hang in there and not give up, you will eventually win. People lose when they quit. Don't quit. Be like Siobhan Webb. Don't quit.
Yeah.
Don't quit. Don't quit. Just keep fighting. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. I used to have when I was a kid, and those little desk calendars you just tear off the day and the next day is there. It was a sports calendar because I'm a sports junkie. Yeah, and there was a coach. And the coach's quote was, "There's a light at the end of the tunnel, but it's not a gorilla with a flashlight." And I never forgot that quote. I was probably 16. And, 30 years later, I still remember it's not a gorilla with a flashlight. Okay. There's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
So don't give up. Don't give up. And I am not a gorilla. And if I have the flashlight, you follow me. Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
Brittany says, hello, Chris and Gini. I met you guys at the seminar. Hope you are both well. She's from Tampa.
Yeah. We're good.
I remember.
Thanks for being here.
Just Jameen said, do you have any in Michigan?
Okay, so again, I'm gonna say number one, no, but number two, everybody, please do what I just showed you. Go to federalinjurycenters.com. At the top right corner of the page, you're gonna see click here for locations and just check it out. We don't have one there yet. The closest thing we have to Michigan right now is South Bend, Indiana. And look, you can go anywhere you want to go. You can go to Alaska if you want to. So we're there to help you, but if you can find something closer, I recommend it. Look, I want you to get what's best for you.
Yeah. Bonnie Heath said, it's hard to get anyone to contact me back. The caseworker from Greensboro called me 2 weeks ago. I also filed a CA7 because on eComp it said I didn't check for COP. Yet the CA1 shows I did. Couldn't get no one to answer me, so I filed a CA7 to buy back my sick days. I told her I was back at work and checked off COP, and she told me to withdraw the CA7s. I did and still haven't heard anything back from phone, mail, or email.
So I'm guessing the claims examiner told you to withdraw the CA7s. I don't know who told you to do that, but I agree with that. When you elected A in box 15, letter COP, that's your thing. Okay, so your union's got to fight for you to change it from sick and annual to COP.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't have to fight that hard. It is what it is. The law allows you to have COP when you report your CA1 claim within 30 days, period.
Brenda Dawkins said, COVID case was approved, but won't pay for my LWOP.
Well, it will, but your doctor's going to have to write a narrative that's called a disability narrative. That's what we call it. And it explains why you had to be out of work for that time due to COVID. Like, look, I'm sitting here with this look on my face. It looks like an idiot because, of course, you had to be out of work due to COVID. Because when you go to work, what happens? You give everybody COVID, of course. But they still require it as a rule to write a disability narrative explaining why you had to be out of work. So just have that done. Resubmit that with your CA7. You'll get paid.
Yeah.
And it is stupid. I want to just say right now, dumb. Yeah. All the way down. Just dumb.
Reed said, yes, the supervisors will definitely almost mess the injured federal government over with their documents.
And they will. And the reason that's happening is because you're not filing enough grievances. You're not filing labor board charges. You're not calling OSHA. You're not filing EEO claims. You guys need to get violent with your filings. And I don't mean physically. Don't hurt anybody. But I'm like, don't put up with this crap. Why do you keep letting your supervisors get over on you? You have remedies. And I know this because a union president in Florida taught me the remedies. I know you have them. I didn't make this up.
Yeah.
It came from one of you. So file your grievances, okay? Ruthlessly file your grievances. Go and do labor board charges like a beast. Just go and get them. That stuff is going to stand and as precedent for future labor board cases. And call OSHA because OSHA says it's your sixth employee right to report a work condition or injury. So do that, okay? Hold them to what they say is your right. Do the things that are there for you. Don't just lay down, roll over, and take it. I would never. Could you imagine me laying down, rolling over, and taking anything? No, I don't. I just don't work that way. If there's something I can do, it's done already.
Yeah.
Okay, you have things you can do. Do it.
Thomas Sullivan said, took me 2.5 years to get approved, but he got approved.
Our doctor in Westerville, Ohio, around Columbus is here. Thank you so much for being here. Again, in Ohio, we've got some offices to help you out. If you're there, give him a call. And he was good enough to put his phone number there, so thank you so much. If you're in Ohio, in the Columbus or Westerville area, give him a call. Thank you so much for being here, and thanks for posting your phone number.
Emma said, I keep fighting. This January will be 5 years since my injury. I finally got my shoulder fixed 1.5 years ago and now just had surgery for my ankle. I have seen the light at the end of the tunnel. Please never give up. I wanted to, and I didn't.
Who said that?
Emma.
Thank you, Emma. Thank you so much for saying that.
Judy Rupicki said, the union doesn't get back to you. Judy, by the way, I received a birthday card from you today, and
you didn't have to put from Wednesday Night Chats. We know who you are.
Yes, that was so sweet.
Judy, we love you.
Thank you so much. We both read it, and it was sweet.
Judy, for all future reference, you don't have to say who you are.
Yeah.
When you put your name, we know you.
We know who you are.
We know you, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. It's very sweet.
Janice Brooks said, do you have to use an OWCP attorney?
Well, you absolutely should. If you use any other attorney, you're likely to have a bad time because they don't fully know the OWCP rules. So please do that. Help yourself and use an OWCP lawyer. You know what most people do is they use the lawyer their brother-in-law tells them to use. Your brother-in-law is probably not that smart anyways.
Oh,
so don't use that lawyer.
Remember, do not get a state PI attorney. Give us a call. Call Eric Blowers or Google federal attorney. They don't have to live in your state. So remember that.
Go federal or go home.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And Drew's here still in Tucson. Check out the phone number, the Tucson office, 520-600-3400. Thank you so much for listening to that.
Marie Mitchell said, I had a torn rotator cuff in 2020. Finally got approved after 2 denials. I went to federal injury centers and got approved. Question is, after 15 months out on LWAP, I finally had my MG clear me to full duty to go back since they never found me work until then. Does this mean I won't be entitled to a schedule award? I do have some problems still. No, you're still going to get one.
Okay.
For sure.
You're still entitled to one.
Yes.
You are entitled to a schedule award if you have a rateable condition. So if you have a spinal condition that doesn't cause problems in your arms and legs or legs, then it's not probably rateable. But talk to your doctor about that. Unfortunately, although, will you get the book? It's leaning up against that thing. Can you get it? I'm sorry. I want to show you all something.
Okay.
So my awesome wife bought me a present today and it came in. So you need to ask your doctors, have you seen this book?
The 6th edition.
This is the 6th edition guide to permanent impairment. The Guide to the Evaluation of Permanent Impairment, 6th edition by the American Medical Association. If your doctor doesn't know this book, your doctor cannot do your impairment rating. You will not get a schedule award above $0.
It's got to be 6th edition. I'm trying to point them.
Yeah, it's got to be this one. It says 6th edition right there. It's a purple cover. The whole thing looks like a textbook. If your doctor, now this is online now. Your doctor may say, I don't need the book. It's online. I doubt it because most doctors aren't good techie people. They're not online. But as long as your spinal condition causes problems into your arms and legs, and I actually don't want it to. I don't want you to get a schedule award because I don't want you to have arms and legs problems. But that's how you get a spinal impairment rating in OWCP.
Yeah. Lindsay said, what does it mean? What's MMI mean? And what happens next if the doctor says I can't go back to the position? I've been out since June 2019. Do I get an award?
MMI means maximum medical improvement, and you get an award based on your situation. So this is one of the rare times I didn't mention this, but I've written some books. They're called Breaking OWCP. Hold on a second, because this is important. There's only one reason I'm bringing it up. You can all still hear my voice, so you're glad about that, of course. Okay, so this, I just happen to have the second one there.
Dr. Cooper said, even online, if they don't have the book, run.
Run, exactly. So I wrote these books, Breaking OWCP. This one happens to be volume 2, but you can go to www.breakingowcp.com. And I'm just going to scroll to the right page. I'm not scrolling, whatever you call this. And so what I did in this version, in this volume, in volume 2, is I wrote a chapter on schedule awards. Okay. And in this chapter, I gave you, I'm so close.
Yep.
So close. There it is. I gave you this page that shows you how to calculate your own award. So this page shows you how you can calculate your own award, because for so long people are like, how much am I going to get? What's my schedule award? I don't know. So here's what I have to know. You have to know your pay rate. You have to know how many dependents you have. You have to know your impairment percentage, among other things. Well, okay, once you have an impairment rating, that's like the X factor nobody knows. And then you can decide how much you're going to get paid. You'll know by looking at that page in Breaking OWCP Volume 2. There are 3 volumes. I've got like half a box of these left. They're going to be gone. And when they're gone, I'm not going to reprint them. They're all going to be PDF, because I want you to put it in your pocket, because you put your phone in your pocket and you can download that to your phone. But anybody that still wants Volume 2, I have some left and I'll sell them until they're gone. Okay, they're almost free. I just sell enough so that I can reprint some stuff later. But or I charge enough so I can reprint later. But go ahead and get this if you want to know about how to calculate a schedule award. I put it in here. It doesn't exist anywhere else. I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot find that anywhere but this book. It doesn't exist. I don't know why somebody didn't think, oh, I'm going to make this for you. I did that for you. So, but I have 3 volumes. There's a 4th that I guess I'll go ahead and get printed. That's all 3 combined. Honestly, for a minute, I thought about not doing it because there has been a lull in people getting the books. And so I just thought, well, if people don't want the books anymore, I don't want to print them, because you know what I don't need? I don't need a whole bunch of books in a storage room that I wrote, because I know what's in the books. But if you guys want it, let me know you want it, and then I'll print it, I guess. But in the meantime, I've got Volume 2 available for a very limited time, and I've got Volume 3 available for a longer time. But those are going to be gone too. Volume 1 is only on PDF now, because that has the rules, laws, and regulations, and you need that in your pocket.
Dr. Harper said, got it. Great information.
Yeah.
Debbie said, I fell at work and injured my knee, which caused a blood clot behind my knee. Does that qualify for a schedule award?
That's a good question. I talked to Dr. Cooper about that. He's on here. I don't know if a blood clot in the knee qualifies as a schedule award, but you can call Dr. Cooper. He's in Phoenix City, Alabama, and he's in Forest Park, Georgia. You know, the more offices we get, the harder it is for me to remember all the cities, but I remember him. So you can give him a call, and he can tell you all about what is possible. If you're not in that area, I don't know if he'll be able to help you, but I'm not sure about blood clots because I'm not a doctor.
Okay, so let me go back to the book.
And Bama Edwards said, love the books. Thank you so much, Bama. And I love your name still. Thank you.
When you guys are trying to download the PDF, you have to do one more step.
Yeah, don't quit early.
Download PDF, and it'll just download, and you have to save it to your computer, because a lot of you are messaging me saying that you purchased it like 6 times and you haven't received it.
And so I'm refunding 5 of the 6. So
yeah, just click.
At the end, there's like a
Download.
button that says, but wait, and it actually should, but wait, you're not done. There's one more button you have to click to download it so you can actually have it. Download it to your phone.
Sasshole said the books are awesome and very informative. I let someone borrow it 6 months ago and never came back. You must be a slow reader.
Okay. Send me your address. I'll send you another one.
Tanya?
I'm serious. Send me your address and I'll send you another one.
Tanya G from YouTube. How long does it take to receive the schedule award after applying?
Okay, so Tanya, I've been following you on LinkedIn for longer than I've known any of the rest of these people. So thank you for being here. Her eyes, that picture of her eyes, I never forget.
It's so pretty.
I remember her. And how long does it take for you to receive a schedule award? Honestly, that's up to the claims examiner. There's no rules that require them to make a decision in any period of time on anything. So unfortunately, I don't have a good answer for you that makes any intelligent sense.
Yeah. So much down to earth information.
Thanks, Bama.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you next time in Charlotte. And thank you, Tanya.
Yeah. Okay, so we showed you how to go to eComp. You can do everything from eComp. Get your forms, get copies of everything.
Yep, it's all there. Your whole case file's there. Every document, every communication your claims examiner had about you is supposed to be there. Like, it's actually a wealth of information. So check it out.
Yeah, so when you create it, it's just for your eyes only.
Yep.
And the book, don't forget, after you submit and buy, then you go to the next button that says download.
But for those of you that, I'm shocked if there's anybody that still doesn't know these exist. breakingowcp.com, www.breakingowcp.com. I just decided during COVID, during the lockdowns, that I couldn't stop helping you, so I wrote books. And they've been very successful. I think people have only ever had good things to say about them, which is nice. Victor, mangoes, yes, mangoes. I can write a book at mangoes too. But please just, if you haven't gotten the books yet, if you don't like to read books, that's okay. Don't get the books. But tell your friends, because what I've done is I've put something that is valuable, that saves lives. And I'm not just like being overblown about that. It saves lives. When you know how to navigate this system, then you don't end up homeless or worse, like I talked about last week, and I'm not talking about it this week.
Gerald Adams, you said, hello, what do I have to do to get you guys, to talk to you guys? I know you tried to talk to Chris a while back.
Where's he at?
I think he's in like the Maryland area.
Okay.
You can either call Tim if you want to talk to somebody in the Maryland area.
If you want to talk to us, send us a private message on Facebook.
And then I will pass that on to Chris, and he'll go ahead and text you when he could talk.
Yeah. Happy to help.
Yeah. So with that said,
Judy said, can we buy the 4 now? Judy, they're not printed
they're
yet.
not printed yet.
And look, I'm going to print them. I just don't know how many to print, because it's funny. It's like I've gone a few weeks and almost nobody wants the books, which is fine. Look, my ego is perfectly in check. I wrote these for you, but if somebody wants them, and there's a lot of you that want them, then let me know, because it would sure help me decide how many to print.
Yeah.
I just don't want a storage room full of books that I wrote, because I know what's in them. If you guys want them, I want to print them and let you have them. So whoever wants book 4, which will be a combination of all 3, with some, actually I added some new stuff to it too, because I just did. I couldn't stand giving you the same thing again. So I made new stuff and put it in there.
Yeah.
It's like I couldn't find new stuff, but then I found it. And so now it's there. There may be new stuff later, but now I'm just messing with her right now. She wants to talk, and
Are you doing that on purpose?
Well, this person is doing
Oh
it
my
on purpose
God.
for sure. Yeah.
Lenny said, I filed
What's
a
up, TikTok?
reconsideration in July, and I'm still waiting. Oh.
It happens. So here's the possibilities. In your case file in eComp, there's a letter already that is the decision. Check that out. If not, write a letter to your claims examiner and eComp it. eComp your letter saying, hey, what happened?
Yeah.
Maybe don't use those words, maybe other stuff, but let them know when you sent the reconsideration of what's going on.
So we were talking about doing pre-orders. We'll discuss that a little bit more and see if that's something, because it's guaranteed those people will get their books, but it'll be a little tricky. So we'll let you know if we happen to do that.
My printer's ready to go. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know how many to print, because like I said, I don't want to have a whole bunch of them. If I've saturated the market with books, you don't want any more.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to shove books down your throat you don't want. It's fine with me if you don't want them, but if you do, I want to give them to you.
Yeah, I think we will probably do a pre-order, because he has a list of who ordered that volume 4. So we'll see what happens, and we'll let you know. Hey,
Tanya, I'm not a nobody, and I did say I wanted the new book a couple of months ago. Yes, ma'am. I know. And tell Nino I said hi.
Yes, we send our love.
Yes, 100% love.
Okay, so we just want to let you guys know. So tomorrow's our last little lunch thing with a few doctors, and then we're done. And then we are done for all of January traveling, unless there's a union that reaches out to me and says that they'd like us to come. But we will be going on vacation back home to Utah in February. We definitely need it. We'll be gone for about 2-3 weeks, and we will be out of sight.
Radio silence.
Yeah, no Wi-Fi, nothing.
And it's not because we don't love you. It's because, look, I don't think you understand, and it's not your job to understand. You're not supposed to know what it takes to make this thing go, so you have offices that can help you get your claims accepted.
Yes.
It's
a lot of work.
I just want to say it's tiring. It's I love our doctors that have been on tonight, that have been communicating with you and interacting. We have like 50 or 60 offices.
59.
And 2.8 million of you.
Yeah.
And it does not get overwhelming. It just gets tiring. Like, I love you and I love our doctors and I love doing this, but man, every once in a while, I think I got to take like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'm going to drive my car off a bridge or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just off being tired. So we're going to go and take a break in February.
in Park City
until the 1st of March. And I'm going to grow like a really big beard and like a mountain man.
No.
Well, it is the mountains. I'm not doing that.
No, but Victor said, don't tell me you're going to Miami again for vacation.
Victor, that Miami is not a vacation. Okay, when you come home from Miami, you need a vacation. No, we're gonna go to Utah where it's just peaceful. Yeah. We can be in the mountains and just relax and look at deer. I'll have conversation with some elk or something. I don't know. Moose. I go to the New York office. They are great. Yes, they are. Dr. Bart and Dr. Shucky are. So Lenny, I was on the phone with them today for about an hour, and I love talking to them.
Yeah.
Sometimes talking with them puts tears in my eyes because I'm kind of a soft, but these guys are so genuinely nice and so caring.
Yes, definitely.
It's actually hard. I don't know if we could duplicate them in their personalities. We have a lot of great doctors, a lot of great offices. They're just, their personality is very special. And it's funny, like in New York City, you guys are tough. You guys are hard and tough.
Yeah.
Remember when we were there?
Oh, yeah. You said that. Now I understand.
Man, that was my first time there.
New Yorkers are the way they are.
I said, what a resilient people these are.
Yes.
Like, these people are fighters. And so I've got these guys that are doctors fighting in New York, but they're fighting with such a big heart. So if you're in Manhattan, go check them out.
Dr. Harper said, did you say deer?
So Dr. Harper's a deer hunter. If you love deer differently than he does, don't be mad at him because I love deer the way he does. It's in my refrigerator now, not his, but I like it. But Dr. Harper is so ingenious. So there's a word here that's like he's smart. It takes him like half an hour to do what someone else does for a weekend because he's so freaking smart. And this is what you get when you go get a claim accepted. 550 plus accepted claims. Yeah. Okay, you get the guy who like figured out how to get around the system and make things happen. He's freaking genius.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I said deer.
Yeah. Buddy,
we had ground elk the other day. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. We can talk about that later.
So we showed you how to get on eCom. We talked about how to buy the book, and we showed you how to find doctors. If you don't go on federalinjurycenters.com to click locations, you can go on Google and type in.
I wasn't listening at all.
That's your cue to tell them how to find a doctor besides us on Google.
You search OWCP injury doctor city and state.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. You're not going to like it, but I'm required to tell you that because I want you to know you have choices. Unfortunately, most doctors don't care to help you. They just want your money, but they don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
Many doctors are cowards. Many doctors are just too busy to help you. Many doctors are absent. Their nurse practitioners are the only ones there, and they're not signing off on anything. So you got to be careful about that. You can search OWCP Injury Doctor City and State, or you can go to federalinjurycenters.com and click that locations button in the top right corner. If any of that makes sense to you, give them a call directly. It doesn't go through us. We're not a referral service. We're not here to refer you to anybody. We don't do that.
No.
I am here to tell you, you can choose the competition, and I will still help you. No problem. But if you want a winning situation, call one of my doctors. I assure you, they will not stop till it's won.
Mm-hmm. Very true. So we hope that was a bit more informative to try to help you guys out. So remember, you don't need an attorney if you have a denial. You don't need an attorney if you have a closed claim. You just don't, because what they're going to tell you, especially Eric,
is call us.
Call Federal Injury Centers and let them find a location. So we have what we have for locations. That's it.
And we're working on it.
We're working on more doctors.
We're planning on doubling it next year, but Here we are. This is where we are. Next year, we hope to have twice as many. Mm-hmm. Nancy said that she has book 1 and 2, would love the rest. Book 3 still available, Nancy, at breakingowcp.com. And Lenny said, is writing a letter better than making a phone call? And according to Eric Blowers, all of our friend who's a lawyer, he says that writing a letter means they have to review it. So if they have to do it, I think that's better than a phone call that they won't answer.
Yeah. So next week will be our last week on for the year.
So come find us next week.
Yeah. So we're just going to.
Thank you, Tanya. She just got her book.
Yeah, I saw that. We're just going to talk about a little bit of everything. You know, what a CA10 is, CA1, CA2. We're just going to go over it just because that'll be.
And probably what you can do, since all you, especially postal employees, are working extra overtime during the holiday time. And most of you have the rub some dirt on it technique, which doesn't work. It means you're going to lose your CA16 and your COP. So we're going to talk to you about what happens to you during the holidays if you get hurt and you don't want to lose all your benefits. So if you get hurt during the holidays and you don't want to lose any of your benefits, watch next week.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to cover next week. And then we're just going to be off for 2 weeks because the holidays and we have stuff going on and family coming in.
And I'm tired.
We are we're done. We made us. It's so funny. Chris made me make
I didn't make her do anything. She's in charge, not me.
A list of everywhere we visited, and his eyes popped out because he didn't realize that.
I couldn't believe we did so much stuff this year. We have been. It's been a whirlwind year for us.
Oh, and we counted in 30 hours one time. In 30 hours, because we were going to Dr. Cooper's open house in Phoenix City and Atlanta. In 30 hours, we did 6 states, because then we had to fly to DC. So we went from Florida, Atlanta, drove to Phoenix City. That night after their open house, we drove back to Atlanta, got on a plane to get to DC, did our meeting in DC, got on the plane to be back to the open house in Atlanta.
And that was an awesome open house, by the way.
Yeah, and then flew back home the next day. All of that was in 30 hours. I was looking at the whole thing. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We traveled 6 states in 30 hours. So we are done getting on a plane until February.
And Bonnie said Merry Christmas to you both. Bonnie,
Thank
Merry Christmas to you
you
too.
too.
Merry Christmas. Thank you for saying that. Merry Christmas, Bonnie.
But just because we won't be on the last 2 weeks of the month, we'll be on next week. We are still taking messages. We are still taking phone calls. Offices are still open.
And the Breaking OWCP TikTok page is still available.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make TikTok videos for the next few weeks. I'm just going to make videos. And I love TikTok. Look, if you want to see Chris in his stupidest form, go to TikTok. Because what I've found is if you go to TikTok to Breaking OWCP on TikTok, that you can find me being the biggest jerk of myself that you've ever seen. I have the most fun there. Okay. They have all these funny effects, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can use music, and I have one where I'm driving a car, whatever. I know that it's ridiculous, but come watch because I'm also teaching. If you could please just get a TikTok account if you don't have one, follow Breaking OWCP. Judy, thank you. She loves watching my TikTok.
I know she does.
You're a nice person, Judy. Thank you.
Tracy Douglas said, I have a doctor's note to not work over evaluation or lift more than 45 pounds, and post office has been trying to figure out what to do for 2 months and doing nothing.
Tracy, get your union involved. Your union is they're going to be great at helping you sift through this limited duty assignment that you need. Go watch Breaking OWCP on TikTok. Follow us here on Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini, not with Derek.
Yeah.
With Chris and Gini. Hit the follow button. You're here already, so just hit the button. You're already here. Just hit it. And then share this, because the best way for us to help others is for you to share.
Yeah.
So do that for your friends. Share this this page to your page, so your friends who are your coworkers, and I'm banking on that you have one friend who's a coworker. I'm hoping you have more than that. But if not, go make friends. Trust me, just make friends. Life is better when you have friends, especially at work, because you work more than you sleep. So make friends, put them on Facebook, and then share this. But seriously, all joking aside, let everybody know that we're doing this, because we are literally saving lives. 1,107 accepted claims in 11 months. Ask around. People that have claims that aren't accepted are in dire straits. We can solve that problem if we can get to people on day one.
Yeah.
So please get people here before day one happens. Tell them we're doing it. Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini. We love you. We're here to help you. We are sincerely with you all the way to the end. So tell your friends, have a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. We're going to not see you for a couple weeks.
Yeah, we will.
But you can see me.
Yeah.
Go to Breaking OWC on TikTok.
You're going to see us next week. We
next
will
week.
be on next week. That'll be our last live.
So
before
come
the
on.
host.
It'll be the grand finale.
Yeah, this will be the grand finale. We're going to go over everything. It may go over an hour, but oh well. Bring your eggnog and your fun drinks. And if you need me to post drinks, I'll post drinks. And
Hell, we could have some. I'll stop drinking water and I'll have a Christmas drink.
Get your funny, put your balls all over me t-shirt, or,
Okay, let's just be clear. She said that.
So we will see.
Okay, but I'm the guy with the boats and hose shirt. So that means grass hose, so you can fix the grass.
So we will see you guys next week. Oh, Melakaliki Maka. I know that song too, Drew. So I know a little Hawaiian, okay, because of that song.
I like pineapples.
So we will see you guys next week. That'll be our last live for the year. So everybody have a good night. Thank you for watching us on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Facebook. Catch you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
See you later.